I'm Jurgen van Avermaat. I'm General Manager Procedures for Air Traffic Control the Netherlands.
My name is Victor Sotona. I'm the CEO for ERA.
And we're here at World ATM Congress looking at a new surveillance network in the North Atlantic for the Dutch offshore oil platforms. And I'll start here with you, with the customer LVNL. Can you tell us, please, since this went into operation 18 months ago, what have you seen that's changed the operations for those helicopters working in the North Atlantic?
Yeah, since we put it in operation, it's clear that our flight information officers don't want it to be shut off again. So it really makes a difference in what they see from the traffic above the North Sea. We had a situation in which there was not a full coverage, so they have now a much wider area in which they see helicopters flying to and from the rigs. And what it really brings is that the interaction between the pilots and our flight information officers has improved. So there is a better mutual understanding of what they see, what they can expect, and how to work together on both ends of the radio.
So there's clearly a safety benefit there. In operational terms, have we seen any change in terms of procedures? Has this allowed additional capacity? Has it allowed any closer separation between the movements in the region?
Not at this stage. We have kept the procedures as they are. So it's still flight information service that we bring. But the position, the knowledge about the position of the helicopters has improved significantly. And this is, of course, the last known position in particular situations can be very important. It can be a matter of saving a lot of time, sending a rescue crew out there. So the safety is not so much measured in the density or the number of incidents that we have, but the picture is there, and it wasn't there before. So it's more or less black and white that we now talk about.
And can I turn to you, Mr. Sotana? This was a major project for your company. Can you tell us the scale of the project and how you went about delivering this offshore network, surveillance network?
Yeah, this is one of the most. It was one of the most challenging projects for our company. In terms of scale, it was, let's say, the larger project. And it was really challenging because, unlike other WAM systems, this is it was a completely different situation.
How many sites, and what's the size of the airspace we're talking about here?
At the moment, it is 17 sites.
Okay. And the coverage that you're providing in terms of up to a height or a size of airspace?
The coverage is from 500 feet.
So what technologies is ERA introducing here for the first time?
Because this environment is really, let's say, not really friendly environment for the WAM, so we are introducing special techniques to avoid garbling. There is a lot of jamming from other targets in the sea, so it's not like a normal system. And also the interrogation must be done at very low level, which is also very special and not in use anywhere else.
Okay, and in terms of the surveillance technology, are we talking about an ADS-B and multilateration, and you're offering both capabilities here?
Yeah, the basic requirement was for both capabilities, not only dependent ADS-B, but mainly the multilateration technique.
And how is, just going back here to how your controllers use this information, is it integrated into an existing controller working position in your center? Can you explain a little how it works in practical terms?
Yeah, we have taken the signal from the ERA system and integrated it into our already in use ATC system. So it has replaced the sensor from a long distance radar. And it's in asterisk format, so it's completely mixed, used in combination with the other sensors that we have in the system.
So it's a seamless system as far as your controllers are concerned.
Yes, definitely.
And just remind me, in terms, is it now in full operation? When did you transfer over to an operational environment?
Yeah, we have used it since August 2014, but we used a little longer than a year to do some fine-tuning and to tailor the system. And since beginning of this calendar year, we have now removed the label trial, and it's in full operational use and notified to the authorities. So it's in use for more than a year now.
Okay. And finally, are there any lessons learnt here in terms of a supplier and a customer? Are there any occurrences which you feel that you work together to resolve? Can I ask you that first?
I think it was a very difficult project, and at the beginning, probably the specifics from the North Sea environment were underestimated by everyone involved, and that made it very difficult. So the weather conditions were an issue, but also the access to the oil rigs is something that's really special. There is an oil production process going on, so you don't have control over the site where your sensors are. And I think the key to delivering is that ERWA and the other parties involved stayed committed. So we talked and we got involved in doing some testing ourselves as air traffic service provider, to deal with the unexpected situations that we have.
Do you want to add to that? I know you did a lot of testing in-house before you went on site. Were there any issues that you want to raise about the challenges there?
I think the most important was mutual understanding. At the beginning, we had to explain what are the limits of the technologies, so the understanding of what we are capable of, and then very long testing in our company before the system was installed, because it would be too late to test anything on site.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, maybe if I can add something about the challenges for the system. We talk about an altitude of as low as 500 feet. What I didn't realize when we started is that the height of the platforms is around the same height. So that means that your sensors are looking almost in a horizontal point of view to the helicopters. So it's very difficult to get a good measuring from 3 different positions, because the helicopter is almost at the same level as your sensors. So that's for instance a detail that makes it very complex.
Well done for completing the project. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.